in our recording here, or in our project. Now, I have behind here, I have this image, right? So I know what I'm working with. But this is, I want to go and add new layers to this, right? So I can bring my opacity down so I can actually see through, so I can see what's really going on over here, right? And so I can see my lines. Now, I want to add more color to this. So I'm going to go Layer, New Layer. I'm going to get my brush tool, and I'm going to choose a color that I like that works with that. I think I want to have a blue. Let's go with a blue, and I'm going to come over here, purple here. Now, I'm going to come in here, and my opacity is 100%. Bring it down to about 56, flow. Bring it down about 60%. And now I'm going to start putting in some color here. Okay, layering this in. Now, my size is big and my hardness is too much. I need this to be softer. And I'm coming in here and I'm adding stuff to my artwork here. Right? Now, if I come over here to this layer and I bring my opacity up, now you can see what has happened with this new color I'm putting in here. And so I'm going back to this layer, and I'm going to start adding stuff up here, and I keep building my wave. My wave is, there's a lot going on here. Of course, I can't see what's behind it, but I can remember somewhat what was in there, right? Now, if I don't like what I did here, I can take my eraser tool, and I can go in here with my eraser, and I can erase some of this stuff. I can get very more organic, so it does not look so much like anything, but kind of wavy, watery, and not uniform. And I'm removing stuff over here. Okay, and so I did that. Now I'm going to make a new layer, new layer. Okay, and I'm going to come in here with another color. Okay, and that color will be, what color? Why don't I go with a green of sorts? A light green over there. And I'm going to make my brush a little bigger. Bring my hardness up, bring my hardness down, so to speak. My size, that's huge. That's a huge brush. And I'm just going to start putting stuff in here with my color. And I'm not seeing anything. That's layer 2. Nothing is happening. Not good, because I'm in the eraser mode. Bad. Go to brush tool. Brush tool. Okay, my thing is too small. I need to make it bigger. Okay, yep. And I'm putting in some green here. And the other stuff is visible through there. And I'm probably going to go over this with some blue and other stuff. Right? Now, I have this layer here is opaque, okay, because it was from a screenshot. So I'm going to remove with my eraser tool this section here that I don't want to see anymore, okay? Because I want to see the background, what's going on in there, right? I'm going in here, whatever. Okay, and I'm going to make my eraser even bigger because I want to be done here. Okay, I did that. I'm going to get out of that. Now, so if I turn my layers off, you can see what it looks like here because I've added stuff. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to keep adding stuff to this section, right? Because it's got to look like something. Now, I have my background here, right? I got my background. If I bring my opacity down, I can kind of see what my background looks like, right? Or I can kind of see, or the foreground, right? Like my, this guy here. So if I want to go and work on this thing here, I'm going to pop this in front so that I can actually see it. There. So now this is in front of that. Now, I want to work with my, my goat. So I'm going to go Layer, New, Layer, and I'm going to get a goat color. The goat was a blackish color. He's black, actually. He's a black goat. And I can go to black. And I can actually go to a gray. I start out with a light color, a gray. Now, I'm going to go to here with my brush tool. Okay, and I'm at 33, and I'm going to go over my goat with my brush tool here in the parts that are kind of light colors, right? Now, I'm going to do a new layer. Layer, new, layer, and I'm going to change my color again to a darker color. There you go. And now I'm going to have a slightly smaller brush, and I'm going to go over the dark areas here of my goat. And you really can't see it because it's dark. Now, if I turn this off, you start seeing the goat over here. The goat is over here, right? Now, my opacity and flow is really low. So I'm going to bring up my opacity because I want it to darker and I want a little more flow. And I'm going to go into here with a different color, a black, a really darker black. Click OK. And that's layer. And do I have a new layer? Layer 1, 2, 3, 4. Layer, new layer. Okay, it's layer 5. And I'm going to go over this now, like his legs. And let's see what happened when I did that. Okay, now it's looking more like a goat. Okay, it's looking more like a goat. And I'm going to move this layer down below that layer and come over here, opacity, bring it all the way up. Now I'm building my goat over here. Okay, eventually I will be building this. Now we want it to look like a goat. We want it to look like water, all that stuff, and also other things that go in there. Now here is the background. So layer, new layer. I'm just going to get some background color in there. Okay, the ocean looks like it's a bluish color. Kind of bluish. I don't know, is that the color of the ocean? A little more green here. Darker. Click OK. Now, I'm going to make my size of this a little bigger. And now I'm going to come behind this and make water. Okay? This will then go in front. Okay? A little bit more over here. Now, this layer will go behind this layer here. There you go. Now it looks like water. Then I need the land over here. So I'm going to go layer, new layer, and I'm going to go and find a color that kind of a grayish color, grayish blue or something like that. I don't know. That kind of looks like it. Click over there. And now that is layer 7. I'm going to put that on top so I know where it is. And I'm going to, where's layer? Layer 7 needs to go up here. Layer 7 is now there. And now I can go over this. Do I have a brush tool? Layer, brush tool, yes. Okay. Is it working? I'm not seeing it. It's not. It looks like I'm putting something in there, but I can't see anything. That's there. That's there. Fill. 100%. It's for 100%. Okay. Get our fill. There you go. All right. Got to make sure our fill is up there. There's all kinds of little weird things that can happen when you're working with this. And what did I do right? What did I do wrong? Right? Okay. So this is, now this is, I'm going to put this over here above. Layer 6 above. And then I'm going to bring this one up here above that. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm in layer 7 here. And I'm going below the horizon here. Okay. Okay. So slowly I'm building this. Okay? And you got to keep going with your tools. Okay? Such as on this layer, you need a new color. Now that's a light color. I want a slightly darker color. And I want a different size brush. Okay? And now I'm going to kind of come across here, and that's not working. Command Z. I want my opacity to be down around 50. My flow a little down lower there. And now I'm going to come across and make some lines here to show, you know, that this is water in the distance. Okay, and I'm going to make this a little smaller. And I'm going to change my color again. And I'm going to go to a lighter color. And I'm going to come over it again. On my next, did I make a new layer? Layer, I need a new layer. Layer, new layer. Layer 8. And I'm going to come across this like this. It's not really working for me. I don't like that color. I'm going to make it lighter. Okay, and then I'm coming across and making lines to make it look like there's water back there. There's water. Okay, and we'll keep going into it with that. Okay, there you go. Now that needs to be, that's underneath that. Layer 8. This thing is above. we got that. That's okay. Since our opacity is less over here, we're not seeing stuff. So we're seeing stuff come through. So as you go, you keep building this whole scenario here, and get started on this. Enjoy. This is not done.